Imagination is more important than knowledge. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existence. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. You can't blame gravity for falling in love. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge but imagination. Science without religion is lame. Religion without science is blind. It is not that I'm so smart. I just stay with the problems longer. Everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. A happy man is too satisfied with the present to dwell too much on the future. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. The only source of knowledge is experience. God does not play dice with the universe. You have to learn the rules of the game, and then you have to play better than anyone else. The greatest scientists are artists as well. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. The most beautiful experience we can have is the mysterious. What is right is not always popular, and what is popular is not always right. I have no special talent. I am only passionately curious. Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better. Any intelligent fool can make things bigger, more complex, and more violent. If we knew what it was we were doing, it would not be called research, would it? The measure of intelligence is the ability to change. Out of clutter, find simplicity. I never think of the future. It comes soon enough. As a human being, one has been given a brain and a tongue. We cannot insist on them being used. Do not worry about your difficulties in mathematics. I can assure you that mine are still greater. Weakness of attitude becomes weakness of character. The distinction between past, present, and future is only a stubbornly persistent illusion. The most incomprehensible thing about the world is that it is comprehensible. Everything that can be counted does not necessarily count. Everything that counts cannot necessarily be counted. We still do not know 1,000th of 1% of what nature has revealed to us. In order to form an immaculate member of a flock of sheep, one must, above all, be a sheep. A new idea comes suddenly and in a rather intuitive way. To raise new questions, new possibilities, to regard old problems from a new angle, requires creative imagination. There are only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. Everything has changed except the way we think. You can't help but notice the obvious. Compounding is the most powerful force in the universe. The only thing that interferes with my learning is my education. EMC2 is the most famous equation in the world. Reality is merely an illusion, albeit a very persistent one. I would rather be an optimist and a fool than a pessimist and right. Knowledge of what is does not open the door directly to what should be. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. All that is valuable in human society depends upon the opportunity for development accorded the individual.